Hello, my fellow gamers. Welcome back to Comfortable Gaming. And it's finally come to Xbox. People have been asking for Age of Empires 2, and I've been playing it so much now, and I finally want to just make a little bit of review and let you know if it's really worth playing on console. Bottom line is, this is a really great time for have such a great RTS classic come to console, and I hope this in the future we get more PC games and PC RTS games onto console, and this just proves that games can run really well on console and things like that. So really awesome stuff, and let's just get into it and talk about it in the video. If you're new to the channel, we do everything Xbox Game Pass, and like and subscribe if you want to see more content about that. Now this is such a great thing to come to cloud, console and PC, obviously in Game Pass, and how the mechanics work using a controller and everything we'll get into this video, and it's just really optimized really well. And I thought, how am I gonna play Age of Empires on a controller? And the controls have been done really beautifully and been done really well, and just the game takes what made this game so great back in the day. If you're looking for a more modern experience, it is pretty much just the Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition that's on PC, but it's just optimized to use a controller and things like that. So there isn't anything major new, anything modern if you're looking for a more modern version. Age of Empires 4 is coming to Xbox Game Pass as well in 2023. And that will be more of the modern RTS experience on console and things like that. So this is still Age of Empires 2. So there's a few things that, like, if you build a lot of buildings around your builder, he will get stuck and things like that that were there in the original game that are still there. Now, how the controls and everything runs on controller, and they made this little tutorial only for console, so as you go into the game to learn how to use the mechanics. So it's just literally shortcuts for everything. You get your shortcuts for your builder, your military, and you just change predecessors, change pages in a way, and you just choose. So you have to click A and then you click B to go back and things like that. You can select shortcuts like Y to your builder or the last thing you were using and things like that. Zooming out, for example, is also very easy of just using the right analog stick to zoom out and zoom back in on the map and things like that. And it explains very well. It's a really fun tutorial to do, and it makes it so simple and easy. And if you're jumping into this game, and I had to play the tutorial. Honestly, I don't know how to use a controller to play an RTS game. You know, I never played Halo Wars, and that's a game that I really want to get into. But it's so simple, and this tutorial explains it so nicely, and I think it's a must thing. If you want to use just a controller, it's a great thing to use. Now, if you want to use mouse and keyboard, you can do that as well, which is awesome. All you have to do is to plug in a mouse and keyboard to your Xbox via USB or Bluetooth keyboard if you can, and it just runs just like it would run on PC. So that's really another great thing. And if you're a little bit confused and you see you plugged in a mouse and keyboard, I did that first time, like, why is mouse and keyboard not working? All you have to do is go in your option menus, interface, and then you'll see says controller, and all you have to do is just change everything to mouse and keyboard, and that's all you need to set, and that's how it works. And now you can use mouse and keyboard completely throughout the whole game. So that's how that works. I made that mistake as well, like, why is mouse and keyboard not working? So how does the game work graphically? Is there anything wrong? The port is perfect. So far I haven't had any issues to campaign, to missions, to the tutorial, to just playing skirmishes. I haven't played the online yet, so that's another thing. Other than that, the game runs pretty much how it runs on PC. It's pretty perfect. Obviously, if you use a controller, the controls are a lot different. But like I said, the shortcuts are really nice and neat. So if you're not sitting in front of a monitor and a desk, I suggest getting a wireless keyboard. Does help. But just sitting on a couch and just able to play this game on your TV and just playing your old school strategy games. And I'm so excited for Age of Empires 4. It's just a really great thing for a lot of gamers that grew up playing Age of Empires, playing Total War games and things like that. I know those are a little bit different, but it's so nice to have such a port like this come to console. And I think it runs really well on Xbox, and I would love to see more PC ports like RTS games come to console, come to Xbox, PlayStation, whatever. The more games for us gamers, the better, in my opinion. So it's really done well. And having those shortcuts on the keyboard as you click, and then if you go Y again, for example, you can just quickly select and build another house or lost things. It makes it quite quick, and I think if you're playing online, it does make a big difference of having those shortcuts and make it a lot faster. Or just playing any game, it just It's done quite well. I was very surprised how this would run on console, and I'm very pleased the way it runs and the way the game works. It's extremely done well, and I've really enjoyed the controls on a controller that I've actually considered using a controller. Um, but I do still think mouse and keyboard, I think it's the way to go for me. But if you have a mouse and keyboard around the house and you want to use it on your Xbox, it does. I'm just used to it that way. But by all means, try and use the controller. It's really done well, and I think I'm very surprised. I love that you can highlight and hold to, so you can hands and select units. There's a shortcut to select all your military units at once as well, which is really nice. Just pressing the D-pad left, as you can see on the bottom, villager, livestock, town center. So you have those shortcuts jumping back straight into it. You can see on the bottom next to the screen. Gameplay wise, it's exactly how Age of Empires 2 is on PC. Obviously, like I said, those shortcuts make it a big thing in combat, that you can quickly select all your military units, select your military units on a controller, have shortcuts, go back, shortcut to your building, build this if you need to. It makes it a really fluent and really nice gameplay to use, so you're not really held back by a controller. Battle system is still as it always was. It's just a great port of exactly how the game is on PC. You feel, besides using the controller, it just feels great. It optimized really well graphically, looks stunning on the consoles as it did on PC. There's nothing being held back, there's no weird stuttering or anything like that. The game is beautiful, and it's a perfect port to come, perfect RTS port to come to console if you ask me. I absolutely love it, and I'm so happy to re-experience this masterpiece from back in the day and to be able to play it on console again. And Age of Empires still offers that amazingness of over 30 different civilizations to choose from and to play. I know a lot of them look a lot similar, but they have different specific units, and all of them run completely different from one another, which is really awesome. There's a whopping 27 different campaigns to choose from in Age of Empires Definitive 2 Edition. To all the expansions that have come, there's so many. There's the William Wallace campaign in Europe, which is really great, that I love. Just going back to those medieval ages always reminded me how great this game is, and how many different campaigns to choose from and missions to play, from all around the world to Asian campaigns, Africa, North America, South America. There's so much content here. And remember, like back in the day when games used to come finished, well, with a lot of content. I know this game had DLC, but wow, it's really brilliant. It's so nice to experience in this again, and it's really a great port, Age of Empires 2, onto console. And I definitely recommend for people to try this game. If you're coming from PC and you want to play it on your console, the tutorial really explains the controller really easily, and it's really brilliant. If you never played Age of Empires, do check it out. It's such a fun game to play to this day, and I think it still holds up pretty well. For people who experienced this game back in the day and you haven't played it in a while, come back, or you played it recently, you just want to play it again, it's always worth playing this game and coming back to this game. It's an all-time classic RTS game. And thank you guys for watching. I hope you liked this video, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.